Howdy, Possum Patty here, and today I'm working in my glue book. This glue book is being made in honor of the Chinese Lunar New Year, and I made this cover from a pair of old pants I got at the thrift store. And I got out my box of goodies that I've been saving up, box of junk here to put into my glue book. And I've got some wonderful things that were gifted to me by Heather C. Hi, Heather. And I want to use some of these characters. And another thing that popped up at me was this container that a solar dancer came in. And it's a little Good Luck Kitty solar dancer. So this box, which was all folded up, sort of like this, and had the little kitty in it. Well, when I opened it up, this section here, to me, looks like a pot, maybe a pot to put some flowers in. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is cut off this right there and use this like a flower pot. It's spring and I do have flowers on my mind. Okay, there's my flower pot. And this book is so tall, I have my camera set a little bit further away than I normally do. But I wanted this long, tall form so that I could put in this Chinese New Year. It's very shiny sign. So I need a page to put my pot on, and then I'm going to put some flowers. And you know what? I don't think I'll use the plain page. I think I'll go with a colored background. Let's see. Here's a green. Yeah, that might look good. Or here's a yellow. Well, that certainly goes. You know what, I think I'll put it on this page because I want to put some big flowers on there. Okay, that's the first thing. Oops, I'm going to hit the camera all the time now. Okay, I'm going to get out a couple of these little characters that she sent me, these little stamp characters. I'm saving these to make tags, but she did send me some different ones, so I'm going to go get them. Okay, I cut out 4 of the characters that she sent me. Well, I finished cutting out the panda bear. I did this off camera. And what I did was, because it's stamped in black, really nice stamping, but I did take my glaze pen, which is a Sakura from Japan, black glaze pen. And what this does, it gives it a really nice, shiny, dimensional look to it. So it's nice and black, black, black. And I went over all the black lines. I think that gives it a really nice, shiny look. And I'm going to cut these other characters out. But first I want to color them in. And of course I didn't have to color in the panda because pandas are black and white. So I'm going to go find some markers and I'm going to work on coloring these 3 characters in. Okay, I'm auditioning several different colors for their face, the flesh tone, and maybe the outfits. And this color matches perfectly with the color on the little pot here. But I also like the pink and the lavender and the teal. So let's see, and this would be good for the tiger. So let me start with the tiger. We got mango and we got an orange, CR number 10. Mango looks a little lighter. So I'm going to start with the lighter color and just color this in. Oh, here it is. Oh, the alcohol marker is making the little black pen run a little bit. I wanted to give him some pink cheeks and just put a little pink on the belly. Oh, yeah, see? Like the alcohol is making the glaze pen run a little bit. Well, now we know. Maybe I should use the watercolor markers. All right, let me get the watercolor markers. Well, I guess I panicked too soon. I put away the alcohol markers and took out the Tombows and the distress markers and these really cheap Marvy markers. Where's the Marvy markers? This one. The Plume, the very cheap Tombows. But the one I did with the alcohol marker, I thought the black was just going to spread out all over his face, and it just bled just a little tiny bit. So I probably could have lived with that. But I thought the black was just going to cover the face, so I went and got the other markers. So this one is done with the other markers, and this one with the alcohol markers. Now I had a little bit of a problem because I only had one flesh tone, and it was very dry. And when it's dry, you got to kind of scrub the paper, and that makes it pile a little bit. So then I had to use the one marker that was a little bit more yellowish, but they still came out kind of cute. Little characters. And I did put a little pink on the panda bear's belly. So in the book, I was thinking about putting maybe the characters in the center of a flower, and then putting some stems down into the pot, and that would fill the whole page. So let me see what I can do about making some flowers. So here's what I did off camera. I took this Japanese student practice tablet, and I know this is Japanese because that's Mount Fuji in the background. And this tablet has this wonderful sort of grid paper. They must practice writing their characters on this. And I took out a couple of pages, and I used the same die that I've been using to make my big collection of flowers. And hey, Dolores, look what I made. Hi, Dolores. I didn't have a magnetic bowl or a magnetic sheet, but while I was cleaning out my closet, I did find some magnetic strips. So as a temporary solution to dropping my dies all over the floor, I just put a couple strips in this folder. Well, I cut the folder in half, and I put the instructions on this side, and I put the dies on this side. So I use this die, and I cut out one flower for each of the characters, and I gave it some watercolor, 2 coats of watercolor. I used like a cadmium orange, and a crimson red. And I didn't use glitter glue, but I did use Daniel Smith luminescent watercolor. And this is a pearlescent shimmer. And just gave it a little shimmer coat. And now I'm going to take my little characters and put one character in each. Got them over here. I did them this red color because it kind of matches the blossoms. They're on this little pot, or this piece of cardboard that I'm going to use for a pot. So I'm going to go glue these on, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now back to the glue book. This is why it takes me forever to do anything. And I skipped ahead to this kind of yellowish page, and I'm going to glue what I think looks like a little flower pot. Really goes this way, but words will be upside down, but that's okay because this page is upside down. And I'm just going to put that right there. And somehow arrange these up here. Okay, let's put the pot on first. And I'm just going to use a little Fabri-Tac. Oops. Put it right down here at the bottom. Don't ask me why I always use so much glue. Okay. Alright, now I think I'm going to overlap one of them on the pot. Put it like this. Spread them out a little bit. Leave room to put a stem. It's already sticking because I globbed the glue there. Alright, she's gonna go right there. And I'm just gonna let the petals curl up a little bit. Give it a little dimension. Okay, I'm gonna put the space these out, put the tiger about there. I gotta be careful so these don't get caught in the page over here. Okay, we got a little room there. There is one more thing off the box. I really love this little good luck kitty over here. I think I'm going to cut that out and stick it somewhere. It's so cute. It's so cute. Let's see, where should I put it? Maybe I'll put it down here in the corner. Got a little piece of tape on there, but that's okay. Too much glue, too much glue. Okay, to finish this off, I'm just going to draw, not a lot of room to draw stems, but I'm going to use this black glaze pen because that's what I used on the little characters there. Should make it thicker. I think I'll do 2 lines. I'm gonna get my head in the way. Let's see. This will smudge if you get your finger in there before it dries. It dries pretty quickly, but not immediately. Okay, I've got some stems. And what else? Should I do something on the flower petals or something up here? Or is that enough? I could decorate the page, a couple little dots here and there. Oh, you know what? This has got orange dots. And I do have an orange glaze pen, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just going to put some orange dots here and there. I think that adds something fun to the page. I don't know, I feel like I should be adding something onto these leaves, but I'm afraid if I put some black on there, it's going to mess them up. Leave them plain so that the characters show up, or I could outline them. Should I outline them? Well, I put some black dots on one of them. So tell me what you think. Do you like it with the dots or without the dots? With the dots or without the dots? So I put black dots around all of the flowers. And I put, oops, that one's still wet. See, this is what happens if you put your finger on the black dots before they're dry. See, I just smushed that one. And I put some black dots on the little orange dots. And then, because I was having so much fun with my black glaze pen, I put a black line around the flower pot, sorry about the glare, and around the little kitty. Isn't that cute? So I really like how it came out, except for the spots where I smudged with my finger. I smudged up here too, right atop her head, but that's okay. The flowers have the iridescent paint on them, and that's why they're doing that glare. And even the black glaze pen will cause a glare too. But there's my page for today. So thanks for coming along today, and I hope you're having fun in your glue book. Bye-bye now.